This boy who didn't even have a golf club as tall as him actually asked to perform his skills in front of the world champion, but because he was too nervous his first shot went straight off to the side. The audience instantly burst into laughter, but the world champion crouched down patiently to comfort the boy, and taught him how to hit the ball properly. This time the boy made a beautiful shot. At that moment the world champion never imagined this boy would one day become his strong opponent. Jason's father had always taught him that hard work was the key to success. Influenced by his father, Jason started working as a caddy at the golf course when he was 5. The repetitive work gradually made Jason fall in love with the sport. One day Jason saw in the newspaper that the world champion would perform nearby, so Jason asked his father to buy him a ticket to watch, but his father coldly refused. Because in 1920s America, golf was a sport that only the rich could afford. Jason sat alone dejected on the steps. His mother, who felt sorry for him, then took Jason to the event. The world champion's encouragement made the boy even more determined to become a golfer. In order to not affect his studies, Jason practiced his skills in the attic every day. Though he was still just a lowly caddy, his skills grew day by day. One day Jason was noticed by a wealthy man. He asked Jason to demonstrate his skills, but no one expected that Jason, who was playing on a real course for the first time, would shoot a score of 81, just 9 strokes away from a qualifying player. The boss, when he heard about this, didn't punish Jason. Instead, he invited him to join an amateur tournament, but the entry fee for the tournament was $50. Jason could only ask his father for help, but his father thought Jason wasn't working hard enough, and that going to the tournament was not the right choice. Seeing Jason's persistence, his father made a deal with him. If Jason won the tournament, his father would never interfere with his choice again, but if Jason lost, he would have to follow his father and start a business. Jason went to the tournament with the deal in mind. 5 years of practice allowed Jason to make it into the top 10. If he could reduce 4 more strokes, he would make it to the final. But just as Jason was about to take his final shot, he saw his father in the distance. Thinking about the consequences of failure, Jason suddenly became extremely nervous. The huge pressure caused Jason to miss the opportunity. His father turned and left the course. Facing the ridicule of the other players, Jason pretended not to hear. He went home and tore down his idol's poster from the wall. He also kept his promise and started doing business with his father. But after hearing Jason's story, the president of the local golf club invited him to compete in an official tournament. Jason, because of his promise to his father, politely declined the invitation. However, he accidentally found out that his idol, the world champion, would also be participating in the same tournament. He immediately approached the president and requested to join the tournament. In the first round, Jason easily won the victory, but that night when his father found out Jason was competing, he immediately kicked him out of the house. Even worse, the day before the tournament, Jason's caddy was signed by the opponent for a high price. Jason stood on the course unsure of what to do. At this moment, his neighbor's younger brother suggested that he be Jason's caddy. Seeing that his brother hadn't even grown tall enough to hold the golf club, Jason had no choice but to take a gamble.